What's Naomi doing in our kitchen? This is Naomi Negron, and she is the owner of Buggy Pops, which is a great company that makes
popsicles.
Tell us a little bit about Buggy Pops. When did it start? Why do you do it?
It was right before the pandemic, and I started in 2019 because I wanted to start a business that I didn't have to work in the winter. I just despise winter. So I went the other way around. I started with my problem and found a solution.
Well, we're happy to have you here, but you're not going to make Buggy Pops today.
I'm not. It's a long process. What makes Buggy Pops super special is that I freeze at a very high temperature for a very long time. So it would take us 2 days to get the popsicles done. So instead, I'm going to teach Frankie how to make empanadas. Pizza empanadas.
Yeah, well, these guys are going to do this, and you really don't need me for this. I'll be watching nearby, but I'm just going to turn it over to Naomi and Frankie. So, listen to them.
Ready?
Set,
Go. Okay, so we need a little bit of flour right here, like this, just to have a place to put our pastry disc. Okay, and then what we do is we rub this around. We rub the flour so that we can use this to make them a little thinner. The reason we make them thinner is one, so we can put more pizza stuff inside.
Yeah.
And two, when it fries, it's more bubbly. You'll see.
And more yummy.
Yeah. So we're gonna take this spoon, we're gonna put some pizza sauce in the middle. Does that look like enough?
A little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yum.
Yum. And then we're gonna take some cheese, kind of pinch the cheese.
Love
You
cheese.
put it on top. You wanna put a pinch on top? Perfect. And then what we do is we fold it over, just like that. Kind of push it down with our fingers a little bit. But then we take the fork,
Okay.
and with the fork, we just press down all the way around. And then you're gonna flip it around, and you do the same thing on the other side. Feels a little sticky, so we're just gonna put a little more flour on it, okay? Yeah, I'll help you from this side. Go ahead, you can do it over. Perfect. Guess what? We just made the first one. It's so easy. So you ready to fry your first one?
Yes.
So there's two ways to do this. A Puerto Rican mom just throws it in the oil. But because you're a kid, what I like to do is put it on the spoon first and then put it into the oil. And then you kind of shake it off. And then give it a few minutes, a few seconds, until it starts to come up. So do you see that now it's starting to come up a little bit? And we're gonna let it do its thing. It's gonna keep floating. Yeah, it's gonna float even more. Okay, you see it's floating?
Yeah, it's totally.
Okay, if you don't do this part, then it just looks kind of flat. But if you go like this and you kind of pour the oil over, do you ever see your dad do this maybe at the restaurant? No. You never go to the restaurant?
We do. My dad never cooked.
Oh! So then you just kind of flip the oil a little bit on top, and that's what's gonna make all these crunchy bubbles.
Wow.
I want to eat it.
Oh, it's gonna be ready soon. We just have to make sure that the part on the outside is all the way cooked and that it's hot for long enough that the cheese will melt. So then what I like to do is I like to flip it over again and do this little thing to the other side. Okay, and then you kind of let the oil drain a little bit, and we're gonna put it on here so it can cool off. And while that one's cooling off, what are we gonna do?
Another one.
Make another one.
The one that, you know, the one that Naomi did is perfect. The one that we did are not so perfect.
Because you took over.
You're just learning, you're just learning.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab a plate and a knife. We're gonna cut into this first one. What do you think?
I want to eat it.
Awesome. Do you want to give this other half to your dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks.
Hot but good.
I love empanadas.
Guess what? You can also fill these with whatever you want. So you can fill them with meat or Nutella and bananas, make them sweet. You can also just cut up the dough and fry it and put it in cinnamon sugar. That's another thing that people do. So there's all sorts of ways to eat them. This is just the vessel to whatever you want to put inside. All right, ready? It's so hot. That was good. All right, cheers. You know what we're gonna have for dessert?
What?
Popsicles!
Woo! Yay! Everything that you made.
Yes.
Buggy Pops. Buggy.